Hey everyone, welcome back to Stoic Bux. You're here because, let's face it, you can't stop thinking about that person. Either you're trying to attract someone new, or you're trying to reignite a relationship that has lost its spark. But here's the truth. Most people do it all wrong. They try too hard, wear their emotions on their sleeves, and end up pushing the person they want to stay away even more. Does that sound familiar? Chasing someone, doing everything you can to get their attention, or being too available is a surefire way to become invisible in their eyes. This is because in the game of love, what draws someone closer isn't desperation, it's mastery of self-control, mystery, and independence. The philosophy of the ancient Stoics, which teaches us how to overcome hardships and rise above life's chaos, can also teach you how to effortlessly attract someone into your life. This isn't about manipulating others or playing mind games. It's about cultivating a powerful mindset that captivates others. Stoic tactics aren't about putting on a show to impress someone. They're about living with such unwavering confidence and purpose that you become irresistible. Consider this. When you maintain your strength, unaffected by external influences, and remain centered and grounded in your identity, others can sense this strength and desire to be a part of your world. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to use these timeless Stoic principles to make them fall in love with you without losing yourself in the process. Click the like button below this video to show that you're ready to take action, stay true to yourself, and attract love the right way. Stop wasting time on shallow things like being hard to get or sending them too many messages. That's short-term thinking, and it screams insecurity. Instead, imagine walking through life with the quiet confidence of a Stoic, knowing your worth, being in charge of your emotions, and not letting anyone control your happiness. Consider how that affects your relationship with the person you want. They'll begin to question what sets you apart. Why aren't you pursuing them like everyone else? Why do you seem so calm and unaffected by their lack of attention? When you stop trying to convince someone to love you and instead focus on becoming the best version of yourself, something magical happens. They start noticing you. It's not about always being available. It's about becoming so captivating through your actions, attitude, and energy that they can't help but gravitate toward you. Before we begin, we have a brief task for you. Jot down the words that spring to mind for them tomorrow in the comment section below. This task is brief and engaging, and I look forward to seeing how many of you participate. Stay tuned, as today I will demonstrate effective Stoic strategies to not only draw their attention, but also convince them that you are a worthy partner. Let's begin. The first step is to demonstrate your Stoic independence. Nothing people stop and notice the wonderful Stoic independence. What is this Stoic independence, you ask? It goes beyond being able to be alone or do things alone. Being emotionally, mentally, and spiritually self-sufficient means knowing that your happiness, worth, and peace don't come from someone else. They come from within. Now you might be thinking, won't this push them further away? Won't they think I'm uninterested and just move on? But trust me, when you let go of someone and stop making them the center of your universe, they don't drift away. Instead, they draw in. Independence doesn't convey a lack of concern for others. Rather, it conveys a sense of self-assurance that captivates others. Which is more appealing? Whether you're someone who's constantly texting and wondering if you like them, or someone who's happy, confident, and doesn't need anyone's support, expressing your happiness with or without them creates a magnetic pull. This is because people value confidence. What's rare, most people are used to others chasing after them, needing constant validation. But you're different. You're not playing that game. Take a moment and imagine this scenario. You're trying to attract someone new. Everyone else is throwing themselves at them, trying to impress, always available, but not you. You're busy living your life, And when you do show up, it's on your terms. Maybe you're out with friends, hitting the gym, pursuing your hobbies, focusing on your career. You're not anxiously checking your phone every 5 minutes, and that lack of desperation, it makes them wonder about you. They start thinking, why aren't they chasing me like everyone else? What's different about them? And that's when they get curious. Curiosity turns into attraction because now they see you as someone valuable, or maybe you're dealing with someone who's gone distant, someone you're already involved with, but they're starting to pull away. Most people panic in this situation. They double down, they chase harder, they smother others, but not you. You stand tall and proud of your independence. You push them back, giving yourself room to breathe. This sends a strong message. If they think I'm happy without you, they'll wonder if they've taken you for granted. Does this mean you should stop talking to them and ignoring them? No, that's not what Stoic independence is about. It's about balance. You're not disappearing, you're just not chasing. You're still present, but on your own terms. This doesn't push them away. It pulls them back toward you because they see you as someone who's confident, self-sufficient, and not easily shaken. This might feel challenging at first, especially if you're really into someone and want to make sure they know it. But here's the thing. Constantly trying to prove your worth to someone will only make them undervalue you. Independence doesn't mean not showing love. It means showing that your love and care are valuable by not giving them to just anyone and only when you choose to, not because you need their approval. This makes me think of a wonderful Stoic quote from Siena. The problem isn't that we don't have much time left, it's that we waste it. When we pursue, we squander our energy, time and emotions on individuals who ought to be joining us instead of fleeing. Stop wasting time chasing someone who should be chasing you. So how do you apply this to your life? Whether you're dealing with a new person or someone who has stopped talking to you, fill your own cup first. Build a fulfilling life so you thrive whether they're there or not. Take up that hobby you've been putting off and work harder on your career goals. Grow your social circle, take care of your health, or do something else to enrich your life with or without them. When you want to meet someone new, don't drop everything when they look at you. When people see that you're not trying too hard, it makes you stand out. If you're dealing with someone far away, give them space and let them see that you're fine without their constant attention. It builds respect and interest. But what if it feels hard? What if you're afraid they'll leave? Listen, I won't sugarcoat it. There's always a chance that pulling back will make someone walk away. But here's the harsh truth. If they leave because you're not chasing them, they weren't worth your time in the first place. You don't want someone who only stays because you're constantly begging for their attention. You want someone who cares enough to show up, try, and meet you. Stop wondering if they'll see you, and stop being afraid that your independence will make them want to be alone with you. Marcus Aurelius once said that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, change your thoughts to show that you're enough without them, that you have a life outside of them, and that your independence attracts them, not repels them. Now let's end with a quick affirmation to help you stay in this frame of mind. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, I am done chasing. When you're ready, let the universe know that you've finished chasing and are standing strong in your independence. That's where your true power lies. Conversation that says, less is more. Now let's talk about something that most people get wrong when they're trying to get someone's attention. You know what to do. Always texting, giving updates, and explaining every thought in your head is exhausting and unhelpful. Here's the truth. Communication should never be about numbers. It should be about quality. When you text, call, and update someone all the time, you're not building a connection. You're overwhelming them. And even worse, you're showing desperation by giving off the energy of someone who's anxious and waiting by the phone for their every word, which makes them feel suffocated. You want to make them fall in love with you, not push them away. Less communication doesn't mean no communication. It means giving them just enough to keep them curious. When you send a well-thought-out message instead of flooding them with everything, they'll appreciate hearing from you. You become someone they want to talk to because you're not always there for them. Consider this. People care about you. What's rare if you're always in their face? There's no secret. If you don't intrigue them, they have no reason to be interested in you. However, if you communicate purposefully rather than bombarding them with texts, it keeps them guessing. Why aren't they texting me more frequently? Why do I want to hear more from them? Curiosity builds attraction. Epicurus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so listen more than speak." The same goes for how you talk to people. Being deliberate is more important than being loud or talkative. When you speak or text, your words should hold significance, and when you create space for silence, you allow them to reflect, miss you, and yearn for more. Strong. Let us look at an example. If you're trying to get to know someone new, most people would try to keep the conversation going by sending text after text and not pausing for a second, as they don't want to lose interest. But you don't mind the silence. When you send a message, say something interesting or thoughtful and then let it breathe. Don't worry if they don't respond immediately, and avoid sending another message to fill the void. You let that silence work because you know your words made them think of you. Now, let's say you're in a relationship with someone who seems distant. Your first instinct may be to talk to them more and ask how they're doing. But distant people need space, not pressure. Instead, adopt a less is more approach. Send a thoughtful message. Check in, sure, but then you give them space. You don't chase after them with, while it's important to check in, it's equally important to show them that you're not desperate for their attention and that you're comfortable with the space between you. Not always available, you stand out. You become the person they think about because you're not constantly in front of them. You're giving them the opportunity to wonder about you, to miss you, and when they reach out, you respond thoughtfully with purpose, not to fill silence, but to actually connect. Let's throw in some humor for you. Imagine this scenario like fishing. You don't catch a fish by throwing 100 hooks into the water all at once, right? You bait the line, toss it in, and wait. Same with communication. You don't flood the conversation. You send out a message, then let the hook sit. Let them come to you. Don't panic and throw more lines in the water. Trust that they'll bite when they're ready. Here's another way to think about it. As a luxury car, you should embody the essence of a succinct, impactful advertisement that satisfies your desire for more. Why? The car speaks for itself. And you should too. Your value speaks for itself without you having to constantly prove it with words. So how do you apply this less is more philosophy to your life, whether you're talking to a new person or a partner who lives far away? It comes down to self-control. When you feel the urge to send a message, ask yourself, is this necessary? Does this add value to the conversation? Am I just trying to fill a gap? If the message doesn't add value, please refrain from sending it. Don't say anything right away. Believe what you said before. If they don't answer right away, give them time. Reach out. When you respond, always prioritize quality over quantity. Marcus Aurelius said that you control your mind, not what happens in the outside world. Realize this, and you will find strength. In communication, you can't control what they say or how fast they say it, but you can control how you say it. Being emotionally stable. Seriously, being emotionally stable is the one thing that makes you more attractive immediately. People are interested in those who can handle the ups and downs of life without breaking down every time something goes wrong. If you want someone to fall in love with you, they need to see that you can handle tough situations. Being emotionally stable not only makes you more reliable, but it also shows that you're confident, grounded, and not easily shaken by outside events. What does it mean to be emotionally stable? Emotional stability doesn't mean never feeling emotions. That's impossible and unrealistic. Instead of panicking and frantically texting when something goes wrong, you remain composed and thoughtful in your responses. Imagine you're trying to date someone new, and in the early stages, something happens that could make you angry. Maybe they take longer to respond. Maybe they cancel plans at the last minute. Or maybe they say something that offends you. Most people would go into defense mode or start overanalyzing the situation. What does this mean? Are they losing interest? Should I say something? Emotional instability reveals insecurity and undermines the stability of the relationship, but you're unique. You take a deep breath, think about what's going on, and then respond calmly. You don't overreact or let fear control your next move. Your calm response shows them that you're not easily upset. It shows confidence, and trust is magnetic. They'll be drawn to your emotional strength because it's a rare quality, especially in a world where everyone's emotions are often on full display for the wrong reasons. Let's imagine a scenario where tension arises in a relationship. The last thing you want to do is respond emotionally unstable, letting your emotions control the conversation. You'll make things worse if you act without thinking, but if you act calmly and thoughtfully, you show them that you're more than just a partner when things are going well. You're someone they can count on, even when things are bad. Someone once said, "It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it." This is what emotional stability is all about. There will be challenging times in your life and in your relationships. Whether you let your emotions run wild or stay calm makes the difference. Let's look at some real-world ways that you can make your life more emotionally stable. First, be in charge of your reactions. When you feel a wave of emotion like anger, frustration, or fear, stop and give yourself a moment to breathe before you act. These brief pauses can significantly distinguish between impulsive and intelligent actions. This is where you regain emotional control and demonstrate pressure tolerance. For example, if you text someone new and they take longer than usual to reply, don't immediately send a follow-up message asking if everything's okay or why they're not responding. That's your anxiety talking. Wait and remind yourself that their delay isn't a reflection of your worth, and go about your day. Your display of calmness in that moment fosters respect and intrigue, as it demonstrates your resilience to minor setbacks, a powerful trait. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, people think about how to make things right. When a fight arises in a relationship, avoid focusing on your emotions and assigning blame to each other. Instead, consider what steps you can take to improve the situation. What should we do next? This way of solving problems shows that you're emotionally mature, and your partner will appreciate that you're not there to fight, but to fix things and get stronger together. Another important part of emotional stability is not taking things personally. We often get angry or upset because we think someone is attacking us, but their behavior is usually more about them than you. Instead of taking someone's distance or hurtful words personally, try to understand their perspective. Being emotionally stable means not letting someone else's mood or actions affect your own. Putting this into practice every day, whether you're looking for a new partner or managing a current one, takes practice. You won't always get it right, but the important thing is that you stay calm, collected and focused on finding a solution every time. People fall in love with people who can handle life's challenges without breaking down. It's that easy, but let's be honest, it's challenging sometimes. Your emotions may become overwhelming, and maintaining composure may seem unattainable. Remember that emotional stability doesn't mean hiding your feelings. It means recognizing them, but not letting them control you. Take a walk, step away from the situation, or write down your thoughts and do whatever it takes to clear your mind before you answer. Finally, here's some Stoic advice. Marcus Aurelius said that you controlled your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will become strong. Emotional stability comes from controlling your mind and not letting outside forces shake your inner world. Close your eyes and say to yourself, I am unshakable. Think about that affirmation for a moment. When the world tries to shake you, you'll stay grounded. When your emotions rise, you'll stay steady. You have the power, and emotional stability is the basis of attraction. When you're ready, leave that statement in the comments. I am unshakable. Tell the world you're strong, calm, and in charge. Number 4. Keep yourself busy. Let's get one thing straight. An empty life doesn't attract anyone. If you just wait around for someone's attention, they'll get bored quickly. You can make someone fall in love with you by living a full and exciting life they want to join. It's about keeping your life busy, but not in a crazy or chaotic way. When your life is busy with meaningful activities, you're sending a clear message. I am already living my best life, and I am confident that it is contagious. Therefore, I do not require anyone to complete me. People gravitate towards individuals who exhibit passion, drive, and involvement in their own lives, demonstrating that you're not merely waiting for their attention. This is already a very full and fascinating life of yours. Think about it. People will be interested in someone who seems to always be busy with important things, like their job, hobbies, or spending quality time with friends. They'll start to wonder what makes their life fascinating and why they're always doing something exciting. This curiosity is key because it builds attraction without you even having to do anything. Additionally, a busy life naturally prevents you from being overly available. There's a big difference between being available and always available. If you're always available, it sends the wrong message. It lets the other person know that you have nothing else going on, which is a turn-off. But if you're busy and can't always drop everything for someone, they'll learn to respect your time, and guess what? They'll start to value it too. I also value it. Let me show you the way. Imagine you're trying to attract a new partner. Instead of texting them constantly or responding first, live your life. Maybe you're at the gym, working on a passion project, or hanging out with friends. In this manner, they don't have to constantly be at your disposal, allowing them to miss you and yearn to be a part of your world. If you're already in a relationship and things are feeling a bit stagnant, the same rule applies. People in relationships often lose themselves and stop pursuing their own goals and passions. Don't let that happen. Keep your life busy and your interests and hobbies up to date. When your partner observes your constant growth and evolution, they will recall their initial attraction to you and experience a strong desire to maintain a connection with someone who consistently progresses. But let's be clear, being busy doesn't mean doing meaningless things. It means doing activities that matter to you, like learning something new, working on your fitness, investing in your career, or just spending quality time with the people you care about. Your time should feel purposeful. If it's challenging to keep your life busy, start small. Pick 1 or 2 things you're passionate about and dive into them. It could be a sport, a creative hobby, or self-improvement. Make your life fun and satisfying with or without someone. People will be more interested in you if you focus on living your life rather than finding love. Marcus Aurelius said that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. When you focus on building a life full of meaningful activities, your thoughts shift from trying to please others to pursuing your own goals, and that's the energy that people fall in love with. Close your eyes for a moment and say, I live with purpose. Let that sink in, Create an exciting life that naturally attracts the right person. When you're ready, leave that affirmation in the comments. Let the universe know that your focus is on personal growth and creating a life that is worthy of your participation. Be there, but don't be needy. Okay, everyone, let's talk about finding the right mix. Being there without being needy. Mastering this fine line is important if you want someone to fall in love with you without feeling suffocated. Being present entails being present, engaged, and genuinely interested in the moment. But being clingy will only push them away. So how do you find this balance? It starts with realizing that your presence should enhance their life, not limit their freedom. When you're there, you listen carefully, respond thoughtfully, and show genuine interest, but you also respect their space, time, and independence. It's about being there when it matters without overstepping or overwhelming them with your constant need to connect. Let me illustrate this with a real-life example. Makes you interesting and someone they want to invest time in, as you're not overwhelming them at this point. PT. Let's say you're already in a relationship, but lately things have felt a bit distant. Most people tend to double down on texting, making more calls, and demanding more attention. Here's where being present without being clingy comes into play. Instead of pushing harder, you pull back slightly, allowing both of you the space to breathe and reconnect naturally. This approach not only preserves the relationship, but often reignites the spark because it shows maturity and self-respect. Ence said that the only way to be truly happy is to enjoy the moment without worrying about the future. This is excellent advice for keeping that balance. You can enjoy the present with each other without becoming dependent. It's crucial to relish the moments without succumbing to them. Let's infuse it with humor to enhance its authenticity. Imagine that you are a reliable Wi-Fi signal. You're strong and effective when they need you, but you're not constantly sending out signals that cause problems. You connect them when it counts, without using up all of their bandwidth. In this manner, they appreciate your presence and relish the seamless connection you offer without experiencing any slowdown. Adding this to your life, whether you're looking for a new partner or keeping a relationship going strong, takes self-awareness and focus. Begin by giving yourself healthy limits. Know when to participate and when to take a break. Try active listening. Show genuine interest in their thoughts and refrain from immediately filling in every void. When you make connections, prioritize quality over quantity. Reach out and make it count by having deep talks or thoughtful gestures. But let's be honest, it can be challenging sometimes. You might worry that stepping back will make them lose interest or that you're not showing enough. True connection depends on both people giving and receiving space and respect. If you feel like being too present, tell yourself why you're doing it. It's not about playing games. It's about building a healthy relationship where both people feel free and valued. Marcus Aurelius said it so well. What stops people from acting moves them to act, and what is in the way becomes the way. To maintain equilibrium, leverage the challenge to establish stronger and more enduring connections. Let's end with a strong statement. Take a deep breath, close your eyes and say, "I am present, not needy." Let that affirmation sink in, and then embrace the balance of being fully engaged without clinging. When you're ready, leave that affirmation in the comments. I am present, not needy. Show the universe that you've mastered the art of presence without desperation, that you're here, engaged, and you value both connection and space. That's the kind of energy that draws people to you easily. Number 6 on the list is social media mastery. Social media undoubtedly plays a significant role in modern relationships. Whether you're seeking a new partner or maintaining a relationship with someone who lives far away, your online behavior can significantly impact the outcome. In Mastery, every post, like, and comment sends a message, and less is more. Here's how it works. Writing about every move you make is a common practice. Oversharing personal information or flooding someone's feed with attention is a big turn-off. Instead, you want to create a sense of mystery and intrigue that makes them want to know more about your life. When you master social media, you become selective, purposeful, and confident in what you share. Consider this. People inherently gravitate towards what they cannot fully perceive. If you're always putting everything out there, where's the excitement? However, when you strategically curate your posts, sharing just enough details to demonstrate a full life without revealing too much, it piques their curiosity and encourages them to check your profile, not because you're staring them in the face, but because you're not. I'm not saying you shouldn't share or interact. It only matters how. Post and share moments that show how busy your life is. It's similar to being too available in real life. If you're too available on social media, it shows that you don't have enough boundaries and excitement in your life. For example, if you're trying to meet someone new, don't like or comment on every post they make. Keep your engagement low, but meaningful. Let them wonder what's going on in your life. If you're in a relationship, don't turn your feed into a highlight reel of the relationship. Sharing happy moments is great. Sharing too much can make it seem like you're trying too successfully to prove your relationship to everyone else. Maintaining certain things between the two of you fosters a sense of intimacy and trust. Believe someone once said, "The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach." Use this to understand social media. It doesn't matter how much you post or how often people see you online. Your value is derived from the life you lead in reality. That's what will make people want to be a part of your world. If it's challenging to stop writing all the time, start with small posts less often. Spend more time living in the present and less time recording every moment. The more real your experiences, the less you needed to record them. Put it online now, and let's end this lesson with a quick statement. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, "I post with purpose." After thinking about it, say it again in the comments. I post with purpose. Let the world know that you've mastered the art of social media. Seventh, be selective, deliberate, and sure of your online appearance. Be real all the time. In a world filled with filters, highlight reels, and carefully crafted personas, the trait of authenticity remains timeless. Being genuine is a rare quality, and when you exhibit it, others will take notice. People will gravitate towards you, not because you strive for perfection, but simply because you embody authenticity. Always being yourself, flaws and all, and letting that be enough is powerful. You don't have to put on a show to impress someone because you're not pretending to be them just to get their attention. Instead, you're comfortable and confident in your own skin. And trust me, that's what makes you attractive. People want to be around real people because they know they can trust them. Don't guess or play games. Being genuine also means not trying to get approval from other people. You're not changing who you are to fit someone else's idea of what's cool or attractive. You're living your life the way you want to, and that independence will draw people in. They'll see that you're not trying to please everyone or get approval, and that makes you stand out. When you meet someone new, it can be tempting to say what you think they want to hear, or hold back parts of yourself that you think might not meet their expectations. But the right person will love you as you are. When you're authentic, you let others connect with the real you, not a version of yourself that you're trying to make them like. Those connections are deeper, stronger, and last a lot longer. If you're in a relationship, authenticity is just as important. Too many people lose themselves trying to become what they think their partner wants. But when you stay true to yourself, your partner will appreciate you more. Respect grows when you show that you value yourself and your uniqueness, which is the basis of a strong, loving relationship. But let's be honest, being authentic isn't always easy. It means being open to criticism and accepting that not everyone will like or agree with you. That's okay though, because when you live authentically, the people who are meant for you will come into your life, and the ones who aren't will fade away. That's the beauty of it. Being true to yourself attracts the right energy. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be one." This means you shouldn't worry about how you should act to impress someone else. Just be yourself fully and without apology. Close your eyes, take a deep breath and say, "I am real." Always carry that statement to stay in touch with your truth and share it in the comments when you're ready. Declare to the universe that you've given up on pretending and pursuing approval. Your true self is what makes you irresistible. To wrap up, remember that being yourself, being emotionally stable, and taking charge of your own life are the real keys to attraction. Here's what you should do next. Do something with what you've learned. Just add a confirmation in the comments. It's crucial to inform others when you've finished playing games and are prepared to take charge. If this video spoke to you, please click the like button and follow for more powerful insights. Share this with someone today who needs to hear it. Stay strong and true to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.